Hey, welcome to your astrology forecast for the days of April 21st to April 24th, 2014. And I apologize for being a day late. I just needed a little break yesterday. But I hope you guys had a good Easter and enjoyed whatever you did for that. Okay, April 21st, the moon in Capricorn, sextile Saturn in Scorpio. So this is a day for focusing on your responsibilities. You may feel the weight of responsibility upon you, and you will have more concentration to be able to get more done. So especially in the areas where Capricorn and Scorpio rule your chart, you will be able to really focus in on that area and just plow through it and really have the persistence to, get things done. And then Uranus in Aries squares Pluto in Capricorn. So, change is in the air right now. And this has been a big thing anyway. But Uranus in Aries is all about honing in on what we can do as individuals to create change in our own lives and therefore in the world as well. And Pluto in Capricorn is making us aware of what needs to change, especially when it comes to career and systems and authority figures even, and helping us to really hone in on what needs to change. So it's creating some tensions, especially between the people who are really wanting to hold on to the status quo and the people who really are fighting for that change. So if you can try your best to be a part of the change and be a part of what you want to see in the world, then that's going to be the best way to deal with this energy, is to really be your best self moving forward and to make the changes that you need to make so that you're not contributing to what needs to change. All right. And not holding on too tightly either. Not holding on too tightly to the careers, to the just certain ways of being, certain, contributing to what needs to change, basically, try to get away from that and try to make the new changes, go towards the things that you want to see happen, contribute to the things you want to see happen. Okay, and then the moon in Capricorn squares Mercury in Aries. So, yeah, this is interesting. All right, so the moon in Capricorn is going to be having us feel a lot more reserved on this day, a little bit more focused, and wanting to get our careers going or get our work done. We'll be having a lot more concentration to get these things done. And we may even need to become a little bit, or we may feel more mature about our emotions. We may be more serious on this day. When it's squaring Mercury in Aries, then we may need to approach our conversations from that more serious place and not be too forward about our communication or too blunt about our communication or harsh, or we may need to kind of pare back on saying too much and really to kind of think before you speak and really tune into your own emotions before you go rushing forward so that you're not too impulsive. So Capricorn will help us to be more reserved about what we need to communicate. So that's going to maybe create tensions if you are somebody who likes to say a lot at once or really move forward, or if you're being kind of impulsive, then you may get some backlash from an authority figure perhaps, or someone that is more of a mature individual or someone who's a little more stern. So yeah, just be wary of being overly communicative or overly impulsive in your communication. All right, and then the moon in Capricorn T-squares the north node in Libra and the south node in Aries. So the moon in Capricorn with these two things going on is going to have us checking ourselves when it comes to, whether we're being mature within ourselves or mature within our relationships, and it's going to kind of have us trying to find the balance of ourselves and others and also our careers. And we may need to kind of focus on getting things done so that we, have more time for ourselves and our relationships. So it could be that we just need to kind of buckle down and like focus our energies in a certain area, wherever Capricorn is in your chart, especially if you know that. Really buckle down and get that stuff done so that you have time to spend on yourself and your relationship. But there may be some tensions there. You may need to find a balance. You may need to kind of just figure out, what's most important at that moment and get that done. All right, and then the moon enters Aquarius. So this helps us to have a lot of insights into our emotions. It also is going to put the focus more on friendships and on community, and also our hopes, wishes, and dreams, and our visions for humanity, for more humanitarian causes. And we may get some really ingenious insights that we should write down for sure and move forward with, potentially. And on April 22nd, the moon in Aquarius squares the sun in Taurus. So the sun in Taurus really loves stability. It likes to, enjoy itself in its own comfortable surroundings, and kind of just, it likes to move at its own pace. It likes to just kind of stick around. It's very loyal, very can be stubborn and even rigid sometimes. So with the moon in Aquarius squaring that, the moon in Aquarius wants change and wants, radical change, and wants the best for humanity and wants to bring in new insights. So there's sort of at odds, because Aquarius is really trying to bring in these changes, and the sun in Taurus is like, I'm pretty comfortable where I am. So it's challenging us to really allow for some of these new insights to occur, and while simultaneously staying loyal to what you already have, and really being grateful for what you have, and still allowing for new things to come in at the same time. All right, and then Mercury conjuncts the South Node in Aries and opposes the North Node in Libra. So the South Node in Aries is having us let go of immature tendencies, things that, the ways of being that we have been used to for so long. Mercury conjunct that is having that be revolved around our communication, letting go of certain communication styles that has been holding us back from being, our best selves, and letting go of ways of thinking too that have prevented us from being our best selves. So Mercury is also challenging us to kind of be more open to other people's points of view, and allowing yourself to listen to other people's points of view more so, and not just being, so forward with what your point of view is. And also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. Also kind of stepping away from impulsive communication and stepping away from impatient communication, and also harsh words. So being more harmonious in how you communicate, and being more diplomatic as well. But it is a challenge, considering it is conjunct the South Node in Aries, so we may have an easier time being more, pushy about our own point of view, or impulsive, or harsh, or, that sort of thing. And it's more of a challenge to be more diplomatic and allow for the other person's point of view to be known, and to be more harmonious. I think I said that. So yeah. Anyway, Mars in Libra squares Jupiter in Cancer, and Mars is retrograde still, and it will be for a while. All right, so, well, actually, just one more month. It'll be retrograde. All right, sorry. Anyway, okay, Mars in Libra squaring Jupiter in Cancer. Now this is it's kind of bringing up some tensions in relation to our relationships and where we want to expand to, especially when it comes to our own emotional state. If we're trying to expand from a state of a certain way of feeling, if we're trying to really go after what makes us feel good or makes us feel abundant or makes us feel expansive, well, there may be a little bit of tension that arises in relationships because maybe one person, doesn't exactly want that certain thing necessarily. And it's kind of, I guess I'm being kind of convoluted there, but when you are changing, when you're expanding, when you're growing, sometimes people around you get uncomfortable with that. So they may project certain things onto you, their own egotistical tendencies about what they imagine for you. So really this could help to bring to light, what their points of view are when it comes to that. And you could actually probably be able to communicate to them what you really want. And this can bring up an important conversation in regards to a relationship where you can, really assert your point of view in what you really want for yourself and for your home life and for your relationships. And it can kind of let them express their own feelings in the situation, and it can actually be a beneficial thing so that you both can grow and be able to reach your most expanded selves. All right, and then the moon in Aquarius sextiles Uranus and Aries. So this is going to be amazing for gaining insights into both your emotions and just into yourself in general. And it can help to hone in on what needs to change in the world and what you can do to help create change in the world or in your community especially, and what you can do to help humanity. It can bring up some hopes, wishes, and dreams that you've really been wanting to do, and you may be able to move forward with some of that. And there's a lot of energy for bringing those insights and bringing change. And there may be a bit of chaotic energy because you're going to have to let go of certain ways of being in order to bring in that change. But it's going to be just great on that day. A lot of new insights coming in, and group energies are very much, good on this day, I guess, for lack of a better word. It can help feed those insights and help you become more aware of yourself and how your emotions are, or your own emotional state. All right, and then the moon in Aquarius. The moon in Aquarius trines Mars in Libra. So this brings new life into relationships, and you're going to have a lot more energy in your friendships as well. So it's great because Mars in Libra really allows us to assert who we are in our relationships, and this really carries over into the friendship area with the moon in Aquarius. And then the new energies coming in could be helping to just bring that new energy into your relationships, and you can really enjoy active things in a group setting if you're in a relationship, or you could even find someone in a group setting. When you're doing something active in a group setting, you could find a relationship in that way. And you will have more energy to put into any hopes, wishes, and dreams that you might have, and be able to make changes in your community that would be beneficial to humanity. All right, and then Mars in Libra opposes Uranus and Aries. So this is a very interesting thing considering Mars rules Aries. Uranus is just helping us to change who we are as individuals and really let go of certain ways of being that are not helping to create the changes that need to occur in the world, while Mars in Libra is helping us to be more assertive in our relationships and to be more diplomatic if you're somebody who's already assertive, and the people who are less assertive are becoming more assertive. And it's helping to balance that energy so that we can create the boundaries we need within our relationships and be able to still be very diplomatic in the process. So these energies opposing is going to maybe bring some tensions when it comes to our relationships and who we are. So if we need to change, if we're the person who needs to change within the relationship, then this is going to be bringing up the things that need to change. And in the person, if it's from the other person in the relationship perspective, then it may be that they need to change their perspective in the relationship, and maybe they're going to have some difficulty getting used to some of the changes that are being made when it comes to the individual. Each person could be having some sort of difficulty with the new changes of each individual in the relationship. So these tensions will be brought up, and projections could occur of projecting their fears onto each other type situation. But ultimately, it is helping us to be more integrative of who we are into our relationships, so that we can be forces of change and forces of light, forces of bringing positivity to the world, bringing insights to the world. So yeah, if you can kind of understand what that might be like, I don't know. But generally speaking, it is for us to be more ourselves within our relationships. Okay, April 23rd, Mars in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn, and they are both retrograde. Now, this is going to be bringing up power struggles. When you've got Mars and Pluto, squaring, that just says power struggle to me right there. The thing is, they're both retrograde, so it could be more of an internal power struggle within yourself between what you want for your relationship and what you want for your career. And you may have to deal with some inner turmoil regarding those two things. Maybe, what your partner wants is something different than what you imagine for yourself as a career. So you're kind of dealing with these two things, and something needs to be brought into the light, something within yourself about what you actually are needing for your path. What is your path? What is your true purpose? And what are you trying to bring into the world? What are you trying to do as a career? What are you wanting for a relationship? These things are going to be coming up for you internally, and it will be sort of intense for yourself, and you may need to kind of go within yourself and try to really become aware of what it is that you're really wanting and what it is that really needs to occur. So this is mostly internal right now, but when these things go direct, you may need to confront these issues. And there may be some kind of internal confrontation that occurs, but I don't know if it'll be really projected outward or not yet. So, yeah. And then Mercury moves into Taurus. So this is helpful for being more patient and being able to, have a state. Your state of mind will be in more of a patient mode, and you may be more patient in your communication, a little bit slower in your communication, a little bit more stubborn perhaps in your communication. And it could also help you just to get things done in a very slow and steady manner, and you may become more abundance minded and grateful. Being grateful will help you to gain more abundance, and will help you being more receptive in your communication, being more of a listener and stuff could actually give you insights into creating more abundance. All right, and there could even be more talk of money and talk of these things. And then Moon in Aquarius squares Saturn in Scorpio. So Saturn is a very authoritative type of planet, and it being in Scorpio gives that much more power. And this is helping us to really become more responsible within ourselves about our own subconscious or hidden motivations, and become more aware of our own darknesses, and really help us to really concentrate on those areas so that we may expose them and transform them and let go of certain ways of being, especially around fear as well, letting go of fear. And Moon in Aquarius squaring that is kind of a rebellious force against some of these more Saturn type of rules. Maybe people who are, in authority positions, or bosses, or people who are in a position of power. And Moon in Aquarius is wanting to kind of just bring in these new insights into these areas. And there may be people who are holding on tightly to those old ways of being, to wanting to be, powerful, or, an authority figure, or be, above people. And the Moon in Aquarius is like, nope, we're all equal. We gotta, be equal. We gotta be ourselves. We gotta be, in the new way of being. We gotta be, honoring humanity, honoring each other for who we are. So there may be some sort of tension that comes up about these two areas, and there may be subconscious power struggles that occur when it comes to this area, whether it's externalized is like maybe less so because it is retrograde, but maybe within yourself, you're kind of becoming aware of your own need for power and kind of like realizing, hey, this isn't really a good way of being. So kind of becoming aware of your own tendencies towards those things and allowing for like more of a humanitarian point of view and a more understanding that we're all individuals and all of that sort of thing. So this stuff could come up for you on a more internal basis on this day. And then the Moon in Aquarius trines the North Node in Libra and sextiles the South Node in Aries. So this is awesome for group energy, awesome for relationships, and awesome for being able to be yourself. So on this day, it's easier to be yourself and to be more open to other people's individuality, and allowing everybody else will be feeling more diplomatic and allowing and free, and allowing for others to be themselves. So it's generally a good day for relationships and generally a good day for group energies, and just there will be more integration of diplomacy and harmony and peace and understanding and allowing for other viewpoints. So this is just a great, wonderful, wonderful thing. It'll be easier to be yourself and all that awesomeness. All right, and then the moon moves into Pisces. So our subconscious mind is able to more easily access our unconscious mind, and we will be able to understand symbolism easier, understand the underlying energies easier, be able to sense other people's feelings easier, and you can probably melt away emotions that are more blocky, be able to let go of emotions that are holding you back, anything that is stagnant. You'll be able to kind of move through that stuff and become more aware of it and let it dissolve. And it's a great day for healing and tuning into your intuition and understanding the more unconscious processes of life. And then on April 24th, the moon in Pisces sextiles Mercury in Taurus. So this actually helps bring all of that stuff into our more conscious awareness and be able to use it for a more practical purpose. And we may have more insights in how to make more money and how to bring some of our more imaginative ideas into a more grounded state, be more creative, and bring it down to earth a little more. And it's an awesome day to follow these hunches that you have about how to do that, and really write down your ideas and put those ideas into motion. And of course, it'll be kind of a slower and steadier pace with it being in Taurus, and you can take your time with these things. All right, moon in Pisces sextiles the sun in Taurus. Extremely similar, but now we can really take these ideas and pay attention to your dreams even, and be able to integrate more of these ideals into who you are, and to be more aware of your own self and your deeper self, and the part of you that isn't always shown, or the part of you you're not even aware of. So you can become more aware of those things and be able to utilize that deeper part of yourself to become, or to kind of bring forward things that you wish to bring forward, such as, gaining more abundance, or just being grateful for what you have, enjoying yourself in a more physical sort of way. Getting a massage is always awesome. Eating good food, taking care of your body, and just being within yourself and enjoying the things you have, and enjoying where you are, that sort of thing. And you'll have a very strong sense, like strong instincts into what you could do for money right now, and strong intuitive hunches that can really help you to gain more abundance. All right. And then the moon conjuncts Neptune in Pisces, and this is also bringing in a lot of intuition into your emotional state. You can kind of feel your way through things easier, allowing for healing to occur. You can understand your dreams easier, and maybe even understand your emotions through looking at your dreams. Writing down your dreams in a dream journal would be a very beneficial thing at this time. And even if you have a dream dictionary, looking up your dreams could give you a lot of insights into your own emotional state, and become more aware of any unconscious emotions or unconscious feelings. I guess it's the same thing. But any intuitive insights may be found by looking at your dreams. And it's a great time for healing, and you'll feel other people's emotions easier, and have a better sense of, what kind of people are, and sort of, it's good for being in a group setting to a degree, as long as you keep your own boundaries going on, as long as you become discern whether, this is your own emotions or their emotions, and also discern whether you should hang out with certain people or not. That is less, it's kind of harder to do with Pisces, because Pisces is so meldy, but it's important to do that, especially when you're in these situations. So, yeah. All right, and then the moon in Pisces sextiles Pluto in Capricorn, bringing up more hidden stuff, hidden, things that need to be transformed, things especially when it comes to, how you feel about authority, how you feel about your career, how whether what you are doing as a career is, right for you, or whether you're holding on to the status quo, or any of those things. These things are going to be brought up, and you're going to be able to transform these things and transform your own emotions easier about these things, or just generally speaking, be able to look within yourself easier, and to kind of become aware of those unconscious or subconscious things that need to be changed, and be able to heal from that stuff. And then Venus in Pisces trines Saturn in Scorpio. Venus in Pisces is such a beautiful, romantic, and like a fantasy type thing, a very rose-colored thing, very idealistic, and very attuned to creative and imaginative things. You could really write a lot of music or poetry with this Venus in Pisces. Trining Saturn in Scorpio helps bring all these beautiful and almost unreal things into a more real state. And you'll be able to actually maintain boundaries easier within these relationships. Even if you are feeling extremely merged with another, you'll be able to kind of discern, where you start and where another person ends still with Saturn there. So Saturn really does help with boundaries, and it also helps to let go of certain ways of being, and to kind of, it's a very discerning thing, so you can really just discern what's right for you and what isn't right for you, and also helps you focus your energies and helps you concentrate and helps you to really bring things into being from like it's a physical thing. It brings energy into form, basically. With it in Scorpio, it is focusing on what is subconscious and what our subconscious motivations are and sort of the darker aspects that need to be transformed. And so these things could be kind of brought up when it comes to relationships, but it's also great for bringing healing and transformation generally to your relationships, and healing and transformation to the more subconscious areas of yourself. And yeah, and you can even use music and art and imagination to kind of bring that healing to yourself and bring awareness to those areas that need to be healed and transformed, the darker areas of life. Whew, yes. All right, and then the moon in Pisces trines Jupiter in Cancer. Now, this is so just beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so Jupiter is, of course, about expansion. It's also about higher learning, and it is also kind of related to our beliefs. And the moon in Pisces is so intuitive and very go with the flow. And Cancer is our deepest emotions and our foundation and our home and our deepest selves and our past even. So with the moon in Pisces trining Jupiter in Cancer, it's like you can really tune into your emotions and your intuition at this time, and you can really tune into what it is that you can do to expand and to chase after those dreams that are expansive and to chase after the abundance that you really desire. And and the best way to do this at this time is to really understand your own emotions and to look at your emotions and try to let go of emotions that don't feel good. Basically, it's all about feeling good. And on this day, you can really tune into good feelings, and those good feelings can bring lucky circumstances and abundance. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. And I will be back very soon with the next horoscope video. All right. Have an awesome week.